Assalamualaikum, my name is Norsyafikah Nazihah binti Noor, my matric number 299089. Today I will explain about the area. Aspect ratio refers to the relationship between the width and the height of the screen. Screen size and the aspect ratio may be different. The flexibility is limited to how content fits within the set screen dimension, not altering the screen itself. So for our video at second 1 until third and 9 until 70 second, we use aspect ratio 9:16. There is portrait or vertical format. When a video fills the entire screen vertical with no black space on the side, it almost certainly 9:16. Next, about the letterboxing. Letterboxing is used to a big and wide screen format like 1.85:1 or 16:9 into a smaller screen like phone version 3 or vertical mobile display. It adds black, white or color bar at the top and bottom of the screen to preserve the original aspect ratio. If you can see in our video during the second 4 until 6, we use the letterboxing technique to show our medical tool that we have been used. Close up. Close up are the essential for the mobile and small screen. Wide or long shot are hard to see and lack energy. Close up keep visual clarity and impact whether showing people or environment. So talking head are the effective, especially we use for the interview session. Mobile screen have a limit space, so it's making wide shot impractically. For example, in our video during the third second until 70 second, we use the concept of the close-up to focus only a specific object only. So in our video, we use the close-up technique to show our beautiful nail and the result after the manicure. Next, we move to the chapter 4, which is force within the screen. Main direction divided by 2, which is horizontal and vertical. Horizontal screen space suggests normally, clump, continuity and the rest. This is because we live and move in horizontal world and sleep in a horizontal position. Vertical space is the harder to manage. Vertical line appear more dynamic, powerful and exciting than horizontal one. So if we can see during the second 4 until 6, we use horizontal direction in our video. We feel normal when operating in this familiar horizontal plane. And during the second 1 until 3 and 7 until 17, we use vertical direction in our video. Vertical lines are more powerful and exciting than horizontal one. Their defense of gravity change them with the extra energy. Proper headroom. In proper headroom, we need to leave some breathing space that we call headroom to counteract the magnetic pull of the upper screen edge. In the video we produce, we use proper headroom from the first to the third second. Proper headroom technique makes it easier for the audience to focus on the face or expression. So nail polish become the dominant focal point. Graphic vector. Graphic vector is created by a stationary element that guides our eyes in a certain direction. It is derived by the principle of continuity. So in our video during second 30 and 7 until 70, we use a graphic vector technique. So for example, in this video, finger movement produce a direction vector that direct the viewer eyes to follow the finger movement.
Hi, I am Ayuni binti Zulpikri, number matrix 300395, and I will be explaining about the second video based on chapter 5 and chapter 6. First of all, I will explain about the chapter 5, structuring the two-dimensional field, interplay of screen forces. For this video, I use two techniques based on chapter 5. Firstly, stabilizing the field through distribution of graphic mass and magnetic force, which is screen center. The screen center is the most stable position for an object. Graphic mass and magnetic forces from the screen edges are symmetrically distributed. The screen center position provides maximum stability. This technique is applied at the 15 until 31 seconds of the video. The model's manicured hand is in the center of the screen, striking the admiring hand pose. Apart from that, the fingers are splayed slightly upward and outward, following the directions of the flowers. This angle contributes to a sense of movement and natural interaction with the subject, which is the flowers, making the composition more dynamic and engaging. The diagonal placement also helps guide the viewer's eyes across the image. It adds depth and perspective, breaking the flatness that a straight, horizontal, or vertical hand might create. It also mimics the natural lines and the flow of the plant, enhancing visual harmony. The second technique that I use is dynamic balance. Dynamic balance is a composition where elements are not symmetrically arranged but still feel visually stable. Visual tensions can be seen through unequal weight and directional forces. This imbalance acts like a tug of war between elements, generating movement and energy that make the composition feel active and engaging. In the period of 6 until 14 seconds of the video, the model hand is placed at a diagonal angle, stretching from the bottom right towards the center left of the frame. Next, I will explain about the techniques that I use in the chapter 6, the three-dimensional feel, depth, and volume. The first technique that I use based on this chapter is selective focus. Selective focus is a visual technique often used in film and photography to guide the viewer's eyes. A specific part of the image is in sharp focus while the rest is blurred. It can highlight important subject and control what audience pay attention to. In the video, selective focus is applied at 15 until 22 seconds and also 22 seconds until 23 seconds. The short focus on the model's manicured hand in the center of the screen, while the silhouette of the people giving pedicure and the customer at the back is blurred. Then, the short focus on the background and the hand in front of it is blurred to show the audience that our service include pedicure in the packages. The second technique that I use based on chapter 6 is relative size. Relative size is a technique to show depth in an image. It plays with the size of objects, whether they are near or far away from the camera. In relative size, we can interpret object size as distance. If the distance is far, the object may appear smaller in the frame. It is positioned in the background and it also helps create a sense of depth or distance. In the video, from the 80 seconds until 25 seconds, the nail technician doing the pedicure service to a customer in the background looks small because they are positioned far from the hand in front.
Alright, thank you Sarah for the explanation just now. Next, let's move on to the next video, which is video 3, that is based on chapter 7, visualization. Okay, so one of the techniques that I'm using for this video is the point of view techniques, which is the subjective point of view. Subjective point of view is when camera shows what a character sees. For example, from 0 seconds until 30 seconds, the video mimics the perspective of the person testing. This is to making sure that the audience feels like they are in the character's place. For the next example is from 42 seconds until 48 seconds, which is when the camera acts as the eyes of the person giving treatment. This is to allow viewers to feel like they are participating in the action rather than just watching the action. Alright, next is objective POV. Objective POV is when camera acts like a neutral observer when viewer is simply observing someone in the video. For example, in this video from 60 seconds until 29 seconds, the video shows that someone was walking, descending the stairs and continuing to walk. That is the example of objective POV. Other than using the POV techniques, I'm also using the field of view that contains 3 techniques, which are close-up shot, medium close-up shot and a long shot. For the close-up shot, I'm using it to capture the nails texture, colors and hand gesture. Next, I'm also using the close-up shot to shoot the foot in the slippers. For medium close-up shot, I'm using it to capture the both of the hands and a part of the body. And I'm also using the medium close-up shot to focus on the facial expression and the lip movement. Last but not least is long shot. Long shot is used to making sure the full body of the person is visible in the video and to show the entire environment such as stairs, background buildings and trees and the sky. Long shot also used to show the subject in the context, establish the location and mood, and also create distance between the viewer and the subject. For camera angle, I'm using two types of angle, which is the first one is eye level shot. As you can see, from 0 second until 13 second of the video, the camera was positioned at a natural eye level. Next is low angle shot. Low angle shot is used by recording the video from the bottom of the stairs. This is to make sure the person appears significant or dramatic. I think that is all from me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Thank you to the presenter. Okay, now I will introduce myself. My name is Noor Jannah, binti Shofi, and my number matrix 300376. Okay, now I will present to you guys about my chapter is chapter 8. The four-dimensional field is time. Okay, let me introduce to you guys about my chapter. Based on the video posted related to chapter 8, there are several techniques used to produce this video. First, the vertical factor. A factor is something that has direction and size of streaming video, and the video is recorded in a transfer from magnitude. A vertical vector points up and or down, and it is used to show how something moves or grows with time. This is found in minute 0.54 until 1.14. The recording can see how this recording is taken transversely for several seconds from right to left and so on. Second, I found this video uses the secondary movement technique, which is referred to camera movement and zoom effect. And method depends on how the medium, and it depends too on how they use the camera to record. Purpose for revealing the action, follow the action, trigger action, and connect event. And mostly in the video, we use the follow the action and to connect the event. In the video, many use to follow the action and connect events. Next, this transition technique is one of the techniques that frequently occur through the video. First transition is cut. This transition, this is what happens frequently and is fundamental in this transition, and it is used to keep the pace fast and direct attention quickly. Next, transition fade. It is this video using transition fade in. It is often used in the beginning or end scene. Lastly, transition wide. One shot replaces another by sliding across the screen, and it can move from left to right or so on. Okay, now we must to discuss about motion speed manipulation. We have to slow motion and accelerated motion. Slow motion is make object appear to move slower than normal, and it used to emphasize detail, show emotion, command and action scene, main scene or emotional moment. And slow motion we use mostly in the video, and accelerated motion is make object move faster than normal, used to show the passage of time or comedic effect. That's all from me. So now I will pass my presentation to next presenter.
Hello everyone, I'm Kavita Manoharan. My metric number is 304875. The technique I used in my video is sound. There are different types of sound technique, but I use some of the technique in my video. The first technique is non-literal sound, which means sound that not originated from the actual world of characters in a film, video or other audiovisual media. I use soft spark music as a background music of the video. The second technique I used in my video is literal sound, which means sound that belong to the world of the actual scene. In my video, for the first 10 seconds, I used the original sound of the characters' footsteps, door knocking sound, and dialogue. For the next 11 to 44 seconds, I also used the original sound of characters like spartings, spraying sound, and hand massage sound. I also use sound perspective and figure or ground shift sound technique, which helps to matches the visuals and keep the focus. The sound I used is nail shaping sound and nail polishing sound in between 45 seconds to 56 seconds. The last technique is rhythm. This rhythm helped to matches the editings and transactions in last few seconds of this video. Thank you.